On the destruction of the world. The second part of the book, of the power of the heavenly, terrestrial, and infernal devil and Antichrist, and of our victory. The infernal kingdom of the devil, which he had and has from the creation of the world, will now become more clear if we expose before us the kingdom of the great Antichrist. You will not call it a kingdom of hell, but the kingdom of the whole of this world. The prince of this world is called the devil by Christ, who is also called the god of this world by Paul. Antichrist is also the king of the world, the god of this world, God on earth. We will now reveal his great power in the heavenly, terrestrial, and infernal realms, before giving a few words about demons. Not only because of man's sin, those infernal and powerful furies have dominion over the flesh, but they also have power in the heavens. They are said to have fallen from heaven, because they have fallen from beatitude, beauty, and the vision of the Word, looking down, and therefore descending above the beasts. Nevertheless, they walk obliquely among the heavens. Wicked spirits act among the good angels in the heavens, and fight with them there. 3 Kings 22, Job 1 and 2, Daniel 10 and 12, Revelation 12, Zechariah 3, and in the Epistle of Jude. Those heavenly principalities, powers, and dominions, of which the apostles speak, are understood in the heavens, both good and bad angels. Romans 8, 1 Korintiano 15, Ephesians 1st, 3rd, 6th, Colossians 1st and 2nd, and 1 Peter 3rd. In the heavens they act, wherefore there is a battle for us against the wicked spirit in the heavens, as Paul says. As in other kingdoms, principalities, powers, and dominions, angels rule in heaven, so also the popes are angels. Hence there will now be a great battle in heaven against the dragon and his angels who uphold the kingdom of the beast, as Daniel foretold by John. The devil almost conquered the good angels of heaven from the beginning, in the ministry of Adam, and cast them out. The dragon, having conquered our first parents, severely affected the good angels also, who fought for him as they fight for us. Before Christ came to help, the evil angels had the kingdom and victory. We therefore desired the coming of Christ to restore their loss. When we are restored, they are restored, and rejoice greatly. The angels of heaven have great joy in welcoming us, as in weeping greatly in weeping when we perish. When we are defeated, they are conquered, deprived of the office and power to minister to us properly. They fight for us, as if they were ministers, and when we are victorious, they conquer. Indeed, those battles of angels designate and represent our battles, and they are fulfilled in us, as clearly appears in Daniel 10th, 12th, and Revelation 12. For our sakes they fight in the ministry, ministering to us. Hebrews 1. This must be remembered, that the condition of man, born of Christ, is higher than that of an angel, as the very brotherhood of Christ clearly teaches. Where Christ calls us not angels, but servants, brothers, angels truly ministers. Our battles prevail over the battles of angels, as the battle of Israel prevailing over a good angel is shown to us in Genesis 32 and Hosea 12. Indeed, because he prevailed over an angel, he is called Yisrael, Israel, that is, prevailing over God, or over an angel, as is there clearly explained, and this is for the sake of us, who are true Israelites, prevailing over angels. We will judge angels, as Paul says. We, having become partakers of the kingdom of Christ, if we live manfully, will prevail over angels, judge angels, and rule over angels, as Christ rules. The things which he does, we will do. John 14. We will make Satan's star fall from heaven. We will now destroy the camp of the Assyrians, just as we destroyed the city of Jericho. That which was once done by angels is in the shadow of this truth. Christ has given us this power and authority, that the spirits may be subject to us, that we may truly fight against them, and make them fall from heaven. Luke 9 and 10, and Revelation. 12th. The power which Christ receives from the Father, not to the angels, but to us he communicates. Revelation. Second, as he did not assume the angels, Hebrews. Dusra, let no one therefore be considered wicked, as if Christ had not delivered us from death and from the subjection of demons. Christ has truly delivered us from death, making us a new man, immortal. He delivered us from the subjection of demons, when he made those demons subject to us, so that we might bruise the head of the serpent with the heel, as it were, a thing of abjectness. Nevertheless, we still have a constant battle against those wicked angels in the heavens. For those transformed spirits now disturb the heavenly kingdom, as they once did on earth, in the form of terrestrial animals, when Adam himself resisted them. From man's first sin, great power was created for the serpent, which is taken away by man's second benefit. Great pollution has been created by the serpent in heaven, on earth, and in paradise itself. From the consort of the unclean spirit, the heaven is made unclean, as is the earth, and the earth is paradise. The heaven is made unclean by the wickedness found in the angels of God, as Job says. So are the heavens, the sun, the moon, and the stars, all contaminated and polluted by the serpent, that for the same reason that we must be turned to ashes, the heavens themselves, together with the sun, the moon, and the stars, must also be dissolved by fiery force on the day of judgment. Otherwise, without such a great destruction, all things would have been made new. The purification of fire has followed on account of sin, so that we are saved from sin by fire. As through sin the bodies of hot and cold are harmful to us, so also is fire. To speak, this fire would not be so voracious. God himself would not be a consuming fire for us. Christ would not have sent such a powerful fire of the Spirit into the earth if Adam had not sinned. But he would have glorified us in a simpler way, without combustion or death. To remove that fire of the devil which so heats us into lust, Christ sent another more powerful fire, which burns, weakens, and mortifies the flesh. Therefore, a certain elementary pollution of this fire was made by the devil, as also of natural heat. He troubled the air and the water. If Adam had not sinned, there would have been no dark clouds, nor horrible lightning and thunder, but God would have sprinkled the earth with a simple dew, from the ascending pure vapor, as the letter of Genesis has it. Because of sin, there arose a tempest of wind in the very paradise, Genesis 3. For it is said there ruah hasam, the wind of that day. That day it arose pleasantly. Jonah also, who first bears the type of the sinful man, then of Christ the Savior, is said to have arisen a tempest of wind because of sin. You have therefore the natural elements, with the heaven itself, all polluted by the serpent, and the earthly paradise itself. All are polluted, except the tree of life, the true flesh of Jesus Christ. The substance of this light itself is violated and polluted by the devil. Adam saw another light, or rather another way, before the devil opened his eyes to him. There was then light, in which the very natures of things were made manifest, which Adam first knew. Therefore, this light is not the true and pure light that was before, and thus it is necessary to destroy it. It is a trick that we see today, just as in other tricks the demon is wont to blind our eyesight. Light is sought by us, not this polluted and worldly one, but another, brighter, shining in the face of Jesus Christ, and within us. The influx of the stars also has become harmful and deadly to us through the pollution of the devil. If Adam had not sinned, no reason for death would have descended upon us from heaven, neither any disease nor any pestilential air. Physicians do not completely gather the causes of diseases, the powers of medicines and poisons from those four first qualities alone, which themselves are polluted. If Adam had not sinned, there would still have been heat, cold, humidity, and dryness, not only diseases, nor poisons, nor medicines, but all would have been without harm in the life of paradise. Therefore, diseases are caused by the action of the devil. In diseases there is a devil. Hippocrates teaches, there is something from the devil in diseases. It is the spirit of infirmity. Just as death itself is a devil, according to John, so also the disease itself, which brings death, is a devil. By the operation of the devil, the harmony of the human body is disturbed. Obstructions of the paths, putrefactions, flatulence, noxious excrements, fluxions, feverish heat, and rigors are created. Hence Christ rebuked fever as if it were a certain demon, and commanded the spirit of infirmity to depart. It is not without reason that Luke the physician calls the spirit of infirmity in chapter 13. Christ there calls the contraction of the nerves the bond of Satan, just as Paul says that his infirmity is an angel of Satan. 2 Corinthians 12. Hence, by our prayer, sometimes the evil spirit is driven away, and the disease is driven away. Also by natural medicine it is driven away, the matter which the spirit was infecting, and the noxious form altered. However, this method of healing is more imperfect, and everywhere it harms on the other side, driving away poison with poison. Perhaps someone will object, if all corruption is from sin, it follows that nothing would have to be destroyed if Adam had not sinned. It does not follow, for man ate fruits, which had been converted into his substance by nourishment, and the form of created light was destroyed. The created light was to be changed into the uncreated light of God by Christ, and Adam himself would have been thus changed to glory. The consumption of moisture by heat would have always been on earth, but was repaired by the tree of life. Immortality was created in the tree itself, not in man, containing within itself the principles of corruption or destruction. Adam was said to be immortal, because he could keep himself immortal by keeping the commandment of the tree. But afterwards the wretch was polluted, and with him the whole world. For which reason all things must be burned and purified with divine fire, to remove so much pollution of demons, and to destroy so much power, which has so powerfully infected the whole world. The demons are rightly called by Paul the rulers of the darkness of this world, the princes of the power of the air, the gods of this world, the rulers of the world, the lords of the world. 2 Corinthians 4, Ephesians 2 and 6. In vain the Manichaeans sought another God, as the principle of evil, when all wickedness is abundantly sufficient, who is also called by Christ the prince of this world. John 12, 14 and 16. You have heard, reader, how much power the demon has over the whole world, how much change and how much pollution. Now hear far greater things.